Hi everyone, Graham here. I am here. I'm on time. In fact, I think I'm a little bit early. It's a minute to. Okay, but we're going to get started anyway because we share abundance. We are a cloud nation. Let me just fix a few things here. We are a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around over 5 years now. But we've been putting in solid foundations to be here for many years, many generations, in fact, to come. We're now in a position where we can expand our economy, and that'll improve the liquidity and value of our currency and benefit all our citizens because we give all our citizens currency free every month. And anybody can become a citizen. There is no fee, there's no obligation. You just come along and register. That's all there is to it. We are also a non-separatist organization. That means we don't classify people based on where they come from, what they look like, what educational level they have, what gender they are, or anything else. We simply see everyone as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community. All of equal value, therefore, to our community and all equally loved. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that. Before that, we'll have a very, very short prayer to help us find true happiness in life. It's what everybody seeks. Not everybody knows that's what they're seeking. There are people that have generated amazing wealth in this material world, and yet they're still searching for something and they don't know what it is. Do I need more houses, more power, more planes, more whatever it is that they don't understand? And it's true happiness in life. It's an everlasting joy that is within. You'll still have peaks of pleasure and sometimes sadness through events, but you'll always have that calmness, that peace of mind. And that is the true happiness that comes through loving service to others. And there's no other way you can get it. You can't buy it. The great thing about it is that the more you go about life with loving service to others, the more you'll find that you attract into your life everything else that you want and need, whether it's relationships, cash to buy that new home you've always wanted, or to pay off your debts, or whatever it may be. It'll all start happening for you as long as you're prepared to go out there and be of loving service to everybody that comes across your path. Okay, we'll be getting started in a moment with that little prayer and the affirmation. But first, let me welcome you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We record all of these live casts because we know that everybody can't make 7 p.m. London time. It's not convenient for everybody. And being a global opportunity, some people are in bed, some people have just got up, some people are working, some people are playing sport or whatever it may be. And so all these events are recorded and you can always access them through our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly, or through YouTube. So welcome, you're equally welcome and appreciated, whether you're watching live now or whether you're watching the recording. The great advantage of being here live is that you can pop into your chat section, the comments, anything that you want. You can let people know who you are, where you're from. You can interact with other members. And of course, if you have any questions, you can pop them in. We'll do our best to answer them for you. But right now, let's get started with that little short prayer. Very powerful. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service, attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, let's have a look at who we've got in. We can see that there are a few people in our link. We have Eric from Gatineau in Canada. We've got Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Norman from Doncaster, England, Don from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, Maya from Hampshire, New England. Sorry, not New England, England, Hampshire, England, not New Hampshire. Okay, I apologize for that. And Peter from the Cameroon in Africa. Lovely to see you, and lovely when we can have people and they display their image and they let people see that there are real people behind everything that we're doing. Let's just have a look, because we are also streaming live in Facebook and YouTube. Unfortunately, the Facebook comments I don't think come through. But let's have a quick look. We've got Kim in from Cork in Ireland. We've got Bazina from Edinburgh in Scotland. Pierre from South Africa. Nankiep from Nigeria. Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. Werner from South Africa. And Derek from Wado City in Nigeria. And we have a question here from Eric. I have a referral that has done his 12 months in the Sharehope plan and has not earned enough for his subscription, and he is still showing as pending pro. I don't want him to lose his position. He shouldn't lose his position, Eric. It is something that we are checking on very thoroughly at the moment, and I'll cover it more in a short while. Let's first of all give you the numbers before I forget. We have an increase of 5 in our 777 membership to 45,024. An increase of 19 in our registered members to 52,898. An increase of 28 in our active members. This is the important number, really, to 4,205. We have now a decrease of 132 in the Sharehope plan. But that's because we have people in there that have allowed their subscriptions to elapse, but they can renew them anytime before the 27th of June and become active again. So if you take those 132 and the 706, we have 838 members in our Sharehope platform, and that's the same as we had yesterday. But we're waiting for 132 to just make that upgrade, maybe a few more join. We have an increase of 1 in the Easy Team Builder to 1,047, and an increase of 2 in the Sharehope Blueprint to 60. You know, I get people on a daily basis asking me to, or telling me that I've been scamming them, or asking me to apologize for the way that I've treated people. And you know, I've always done my best to treat everyone with respect and love. I have nothing to apologize for, but if you want an apology, I'll apologize for providing you with an opportunity to change your life. I'll apologize because maybe I've not motivated you enough to take that opportunity and get out of the rut that you're in. I apologize because I've not been good enough to guide you and lead you to realize that you have the power within to be, do, and have anything that you choose. Beyond that, I will not apologize because everything I have done, I've done with the best of intentions and for the benefit of all our citizens. Okay, I see we've got Werner in from South Africa, and we've got Derek in from Wado City in Nigeria. So what's been going on development-wise today? Okay, let's have a look at it, because we ran the Share Hope program and the matrix updates on the 27th, and we had a couple of tickets in, and they were pointing out that there were errors in the matrix, and there were. And it's not a point of apportioning blame or anything like that. It's simply a matter that if something goes wrong, we have to put it right. Now, apparently there were two sets of code for the matrix, and the wrong set of code was run. I don't know why there were two sets of code. It doesn't really matter. But what I have said is now we should get rid of anything in the code that isn't right, and we should run the correct version always. So we have, in fact, rerun the matrix with the correct code. Now, what this means is that some people will have received commissions that they weren't due. But what it does mean is that everybody that has been due a commission will receive their correct commission. And that's what's important. Now, we're not going to try and claim back those commissions that we've paid that were an error. We could spend a lot of time doing that, but it's not really worth it. And it's far better for you to know what's going on. And we have got it now sorted, and going forward, it will be the correct coding that is run, and people will have the correct allocations. And this was mainly in your personal referrals downline, where people were not correctly allocated, but they are now. So if you see changes, it doesn't matter. You've been paid. We're not going to claw it back. But if you hadn't been paid and you should have been, we're going to add it in. So we always do whatever we can to make anything right that we have not been 100% on delivering what we said we would do. Okay. So that is one of the things we've been doing today. We've taken up a lot of time. We've been going through everything in Share Hope because it is new, even though we've had some people that are in for 12 months. They'll be going on to 13 months next month. It's only 2 months since we generated the code to transfer everything into our own possession. And it's something we should have done at the beginning, and I hold my hands up, it's my fault. I thought, it's a simple code, really. We can just buy it, put it in, and it'll be quick. And it was, but it wasn't what we wanted. It wasn't something that gave us control. It wasn't something that allowed us to rectify any errors. It wasn't something that we could manipulate in the way that we wanted to make sure that all our members benefited. And so down the line, we decided that we would rewrite, or not rewrite, but write the code from ground up to make sure that we had that control, which we've always done in the past with everything else, and to give us that control so that we can make sure that everything is always in the best interests of our community. Okay. I see we've got a couple more people in, I think. I think we've mentioned Norman, but we have Bozina in from Slovenia, Peter in from the Cameroon. I think we mentioned him. No, we didn't. I thought he was in here in our link. Maybe I'm remembering from yesterday. We've got Richard who's popped in from Devon. Derek said, no need for any apology. You are the best thing to ever happen. I think that is a bit over the top, Derek, but thank you very much for your support. Okay. We've got Gary in as well from St Albans in England. And we've got another question, which from Eric, and he's always got very good questions. Honestly, we appreciate your questions because they help us to put things right. They help us to clarify things for other members that maybe have a little bit of difficulty in understanding some points. And they are always beneficial. Okay, so here's another question. Could you give me more information about the best plan ever? It says that you earn $5 for each people that registered and do their KYCs. That $5 goes into the available cash wallet. How will people earn by referring people that don't pay but just register and do their KYC? Okay. The best plan ever, we haven't got the full details on the website, so that's a very valid question. The $5 that we pay you goes into a special wallet. You can't withdraw it, you can't use it for anything other than paying your way into the success blueprint. And if you don't refer anybody, you're wasting your time. It's not a passive program. You will need to refer personally people into the plan to get the benefit of that $5. We can't just give $5 away and you do nothing and you take $5. It's just not possible. We'd love to be able to. We'd love to have a magic wand which just created real value and currency, but you can't do it. Governments have tried it, and what happens is it causes inflation, and inflation is a really bad tax because it hits the poorest people in the community, because it means that you go out and you've been earning $100 a week or day or whatever it may be, but you earn $100. But with inflation, that $100 becomes 90 cents or 80 cents or 70 cents. And it affects you directly because you can't buy what you used to be able to buy with that $100 or the dollar or whatever it may be. Now, people that have savings, it also affects because they've saved up and they've got $10,000 that they've saved, but that $10,000 is now only worth $900 or $9,000 or $8,000 because of inflation. But the people right at the top of the chain, or whatever you want to call it, they don't keep their money in a bank. They don't need to spend their money every day on everything. Everything they earn goes into increasing their asset base. So if they, for example, own a house and it was worth $10,000 and inflation goes up, the value of the house goes up. They win. But somebody wanting to buy that house down at the bottom level, they lose because they've been saving up to buy that house and now they don't have enough money. So inflation is a bad thing. It's a tax on the poorest members of the community. And that comes about by government saying, oh, we'll give you lots of things. We'll make more of this available. We'll give you more of that. We'll give you this. And all they do is they print more money and your value of your currency comes down and people in general lose out, except for the people right at the top of the pyramid, who it doesn't matter to because they don't hold cash. They hold tangible items. It may be gold, it may be property, it may be whatever, but they hold things that just simply go up in value against the cost of the currency. So it would be lovely if we could do it, but we can't. We tried it. It didn't work. We didn't give up. We said, okay, let's find a way. And so we found a way. But that $5 we give you, you have to earn. Even though we give it you, it's a kickstart. It's not, oh, here's $5, go and buy a pizza and buy, you know. It's a kickstart. It says, okay, we've given you $5, and that reduces what you need to earn to really get into a leverage system and make a lot of money. So it gives you a kickstart, and that's what it is. It is a $5 kickstart. We also allow you to help other people with that same kickstart and generate additional income into that same wallet at $1 for everybody that you help get that kickstart. So you go out and you help people get that same kickstart, $5, and you make $1 for everybody. Now, if you make 5 people happy by getting them that kickstart in a week, we're going to give you an additional bonus of $5. So you'll now have $5 you started with, $5 from helping 5 people, and $5 bonus. You've got $15. That $15 will be used to pay you into the Success Blueprint and the Easy Team Builder. As those 5 people follow your lead, do the same as you and get 5 people within a week, they'll follow you into the Success Blueprint. And you will already have completed your matrix in the Success Blueprint with those 5 getting 5. What happens if you don't make 5 referrals in a week? Well, you're still going to get $1, but you're not going to earn that $5 bonus. So it means that to get to that same situation of getting into the Success Blueprint, you've got to refer 8 people. And you've got to help those 8 people get that $5 kickstart. You've got to help them go out and do the same thing. And that means that 8 people instead of 5 are going to be following you through. Now, it's going to take you a little bit longer because you didn't do it in a week. It may have taken you 2 weeks. It may take you a month. If it takes you more than a month, you're really not applying yourself. But let's suppose it takes a month to get 8 people, and then you get those 8 people getting their 8 people. And that is massive. It builds a matrix very, very, very quickly. And all those 8 people are going to be following you through. And those 8 people are your referrals in other programs. And we're going to leverage that and make you an awful lot of money. But no, you can't just join, get $5, withdraw it and get a pizza. Okay? We can't do that. It doesn't work. We've tried it. It doesn't work. Okay, so I hope that's answered your question. I think that was from Eric, and it's a very good question. It will be explained as we get more information on the website. Peter from YouTube, I was in the link, but my network was very poor, so I moved to YouTube. That's Peter from the Cameroon. He has problems when he's into our link. But we appreciate you always, Peter. Thank you for trying. And it's lovely because when you are in, we also see your picture, and that you know, that is something that is really precious. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England saying hi. And we've got Derek saying the consecutive month count in my ShareHope plan didn't change. It still remains the same. We'll take a look at that, but please put in a support ticket, Derek, because that way we have a reference and we can go back to it and we can make sure it gets done. It's nothing I can do here in the live cast. In fact, even if I was to take the time, I wouldn't know how to. I'm not technical. I can't go back and say, you know, was this guy in at this level and why is he still in at that level? I don't know the answer to it. But if you put in a support ticket, we will find the answer for it and we will get that answered for you. I don't know whether it updates at the end of the month or something like that. That's possible. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Put in a support ticket, please, and we'll get you the answer. Okay. Right. I think we did the numbers. Let's give some money away. Share screen. Let's go to random.org. And let's check that it's coming up on your screen. And I think it is already. So we have numbers from 2 to 2813 in the spreadsheet. These are the active elite members. Active members are people that log in at least half the available days of the month, usually every day. Elite members are people that are participating in all 6 of our pools in the wealth building platform. Now, if you're doing both of those, you should be in this spreadsheet, but we've got 2,812 people in there, and they're numbered from 2 to 2813. And when we click generate, the website random.org is going to randomly, as you allocate a number to us, and then we'll give that number some money. And there it goes, it's 879. So I'm going to pop that in the spreadsheet. 879. And we're going to stop sharing because we're going to come back here and we're going to do another screen share to the spreadsheet. And then we're going to find out who that whatever it was, 879, I don't know. Okay, I think it's come up. Let's get back to the spreadsheet. Me. Here we go. 879. Okay. So we're going to look who that is. Look for them. They're going to be down here a little bit further. 879. And there we are. We're going to now pop them in up here, and I think there is $60. Let's make those a bit bigger. Okay, so Richie Babe and Dominion will both receive $60. Now, Richie Babe is guaranteed that because if he hadn't been in the spreadsheet, he wouldn't have been selected. But his sponsored Dominion has to be in this column. And if he is, he'll get a matching $60. So congratulations to those two people. And I look forward to paying them out. And it's, it's really, really wonderful sometimes when we're paying people out and I see their available cash wallet and I see that they've never actually received anything previously. And all of a sudden they're getting paid. And that to me is really a blessing. It's a joy that I feel every time that happens. It's nice when we pay people that have been earning money, but really I get that really wonderful feeling of joy when I see that we're paying people that have never earned in the past. Anyway, let's save that spreadsheet. We can stop sharing now. We can come back here to the app. And we've got people saying congratulations. And I think we're done for the day, folks. I thank you all for being here. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. You will notice that if you're in the Success Blueprint, your matrix shows now a lot better. We're not finished with it. There is more information that you will need and that you will have, and it will be there for you to examine. But it is already a lot clearer than it used to be. And we thank Devyani very much for her work and effort in that field, helping us to make it clearer for members. Okay, but I'll be here tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, in our link, hopefully streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, and hopefully getting comments from there. So God bless you all. Do what you need to do, because nobody's going to do it for you. You know, people want to change their lives. They want to be better. They want to have more. They want to have so many things that they've seen other people with. And really, they're not important, but it is important that you understand that you can have them. But you have to do it yourself. There is no system, there is no body, there is no way to get everything that you want in life without you doing it. There are systems that'll help you. There are plans that will help you. There are people that will help you. And there'll be a lot of people that will try and knock you down as well. But ultimately, it boils down to one thing: you. If you want it enough, you'll have it. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Oh, well, I gave it everything I'd got for 3 weeks and it didn't work, so I'm going to try another one because they say that they're going to do everything for me. And then you've tried that and they say, oh, well, that one was okay, but they said they were going to do everything for me and it didn't really work out that way. But I've got this one over here that says that I only need to do this and it's going to work and I'm going to have $1 million by the end of next month. Forget it all. One person that can do it for you, one person that can stop you. It's the same person. Just look in the mirror. God bless, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, get out there, share your link, give somebody a reason to click it, and the people that have clicked it and like what they see, help them to do the same. God bless.